Bayern Munich now with an opportunity. In fact, it didn't go out for a corner kick in the end. It just went the other side of the flag, and Boe will take the throw quickly. And Leverkusen, though, have managed to get substantial bodies back there, and now will flick it up towards halfway. An opportunity perhaps now for Leverkusen to properly clear their lines, and Hadrecki does exactly that. But really, Adli's been feeding off scraps in the game so far. Here could be an opportunity, though, for Adli, and he just feeds it to his left-hand side, and Leverkusen with a great chance, and Manuel Neuer will be very grateful indeed that that strike from Adli just went down his throat, because it was nicely done by Teller initially, and Adli was right to take it early, but just never quite got hold of it, I think. And that is the best opportunity that either side have had in the game so far. Kim at the back for Bayern Munich. And here they come once again. The ball's gone out of play for a throw-in for Leverkusen. If you're just joining us, 11 minutes played, and it is 0-0 in the big clash at the top of the Bundesliga table. And the only real chance of the game so far falling for Adli. And it was a bit of a half chance, really. Manuel Neuer forced it to a save, but a very comfortable save. And Leverkusen have a free kick, and they've taken that free kick quickly, and all of a sudden Wirtz was trying to make things happen, but Upamecano's back on the ball for Bayern Munich. And Upamecano is just looking to see what's available to him on his right and left hand side. Upamecano in the end goes back to Manuel Neuer, and Manuel Neuer, that is very loose indeed, rather rushed from Manuel Neuer. And the Leverkusen fans enjoyed that. And it is going to be a throw which is taken quickly, and Stanisic has decided to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, interestingly, from around about level with the edge of the Bayern Munich penalty area. Here's Tapsoba. Tapsoba will just poke the ball back to his goalkeeper. Instead, he actually just goes to his left-hand side and Tar, and Leverkusen will build from the back. Leverkusen playing some brave football here, some really brave football, but they've given it away a little bit too brave. Chance now perhaps for Bayern Munich, and the effort on goal is over the crossbar, and in truth it was a pretty decent opportunity that for Pavlovic. Sat up nicely for him, just couldn't quite keep his head over the ball. He was just outside the confines of the penalty area. He sat up very nicely indeed on his right foot, but the Bayern Munich man couldn't keep it down. Leverkusen now on the left-hand side. And Leverkusen have it now through Granit Xhaka. He goes in turn to Tapsoba. Tapsoba on the right-hand side. Leverkusen have struggled so far in the game, though, to bring the ball out from the back, and Hadrecki has got some work to do defensively. And Leverkusen are coming forward on their left-hand side now, but they just can't make it stick up there. That might be a bit of a better opportunity, though, on the left-hand side, but Upamecano scampers across to clear, and he feeds Manuel Neuer once again, and Manuel Neuer pings the ball out to his left-hand side and Kim, and now Boe just 2 yards inside from the touchline for Bayern Munich. And is that going to be a throw-in for Leverkusen? No, it's a throw-in for Bayern, which I don't think Wirtz is particularly happy with, but that will be a throw-in which Boe will take. And Boe now will take the throw. 0-0 the score between Leverkusen and Bayern Munich, the top two in the Bundesliga. Xabi Alonso for the first time has come out to the edge of his technical area to protest about one or two things, and Kim has the ball at the back for Bayern Munich. Slice clearance by Manuel Neuer, and here could be a opportunity for, well, just shy of 15 minutes played, and really the game has yet to come to life as an overall spectacle, you'd say. that one chance really for Adli in the game. And here Leverkusen have the ball on the right hand side, and an opportunity now for Teller. Teller just outside the penalty area against Kim. Teller with the cross in, takes a deflection into the arms of Manuel Neuer. That is comfortable as you like. Manuel Neuer just has his hands over the ball and is having a look to see what's available to him left and right. And Leverkusen win the ball back, and it was a rather overcooked ball by Andrich. He was looking for the run of Florian Wirtz. Couldn't quite find him, and Goretzka now on the edge of his own penalty area for Bayern Munich. Upamecano 5 yards in from the right hand touchline, gives it away, and Leverkusen, having weathered that little early storm from Bayern Munich, are perhaps now just starting to express themselves a little bit. Here is Florian Wirtz. Haven't seen too much of him in the game. Leverkusen now trying to come forwards. Was that a free kick? The referee says no. Bayern Munich now can stream forward. Sané's the option on the right hand side. Harry Kane is more central. Leroy Sané just outside the penalty area, 2 inside the penalty area. Will it come back for Harry Kane? No, it won't. Sané might pick up the pieces here, but the ball instead goes out of play for a throw in for Bayern Munich. And it is just about level with the edge of the Leverkusen penalty area. And that all stemmed from Florian Wirtz wanting a throw in. A free kick that he was never going to get. Upamecano has the ball just in from the right touchline, and Eric Dyer, who's seen more of the ball than anyone in the game so far, goes to Kim. Back three for Bayern Munich tonight. Eric Dyer regathers just outside the centre circle, and forward come Bayern Munich on the left hand side, and Kim just tried to feed it forward looking towards Musiala, who has been pretty quiet in the game so far. But it is Leverkusen who have the ball inside their own penalty area. It's Tar to Freiburg. Capsoba gathers on the right hand side and fits the ball into midfield, and all of a sudden Wirtz with a lovely little dance and a touch, and he's streaming away now. Options left and right, slides the ball through. It's a great opportunity for Leverkusen, and Manuel Neuer makes the save, and Upamecano just scratches it away. But my goodness, what an opportunity that was for Leverkusen. And it was Adli, who I think was just about onside, and he did well inside the penalty as a cut back inside, but in the end it was Kim who made the touch. It could be an opportunity, and Leverkusen score. It's Stanisic, would you believe it? At top of the table by Leverkusen, lead against the 11-time champions, looking for their 12th title by Munich. It's a big, big goal in the Bundesliga title race, and it's a crazy goal as well, because the throw-in was taken really quickly, and when the cross was fizzed across the edge of the 6-yard box, it was Stanisic who just popped up and passed it home. A goal from nowhere, really. Bayern Munich will be bitterly disappointed at how they've conceded, but Xabi Alonso and Bayer Leverkusen will be simply ecstatic. Well, well, well. Absolutely incredible. A really, really unlikely scorer, you'd have to say. But he's popped up with one of the biggest goals of the season. The former Bayern Munich man scores against his former club. I mean, it is quite incredible. But there we go. Xabi Alonso with a very muted celebrations, but it's all about the quick thinking. The quick thinking of Leverkusen to be able to do that. And Bayern Munich haven't played badly at all. They really haven't. But here could be another chance for Bayer Leverkusen. Into Florian Wirtz. Wirtz once again. Wirtz inside the penalty area. Leverkusen play some nice football now. And Wirtz tried to go around the corner, and Leverkusen won a penalty. Don't think they're going to get it. It's worth a shout, though. It really was. And wow, what a game this is turning into. And all of a sudden this end-to-end stuff, and Musiala's trying to make things happen for Bayern Munich. On the right-hand side, Bayern Munich have it again. But Leverkusen win it back, and it's suddenly become a very, physical encounter. Flicked up towards Adli, who was fouled right on halfway. And I think if you're a Bayern Munich player, you're very frustrated with just the manner in which they conceded the goal. Take nothing away from Stanisic. Unbelievable. And so, as it stands, Bayer Leverkusen are 5 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga table. Tapsoba striding forwards, tried to feed it through, but it didn't quite come off. And haven't really seen too much of Harry Kane in the game, have we? Been very quiet indeed. So too is Musiala, and Sane too, to an extent. So Leverkusen leads in by a goal to nil. Have the ball in their right back slot. They've got some defending to do here as well, because Boe is providing the pressure. And Leverkusen now will just wedge it up towards halfway and give themselves a bit of breathing space. The ball's actually out of play, and there will be a throw in for Bayern Munich to take. Thomas Müller on the touchline is having a chat with one or two colleagues. Tuchel looking pretty concerned as well. Boe with the throw. Harry Kane lays it off to Dyer. Dyer to Upamecano. Upamecano goes to his right hand side. Gathered by Mazraoui. Mazraoui flicks it inside towards Sane. And here is Upamecano. Upamecano to Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer flies it forward towards Boe. And dealt with at the back by Leverkusen. And Leverkusen now will bring the ball away. And Leverkusen will bring it away absolutely magnificently. And they're starting to play with that trademark confidence that we've seen so much of this season. And they're pouring forward in bodies here as well. And Teller is providing the option on the right-hand side. Teller's effort, great save, Manuel Neuer on the rebound. Florian Wirtz's strike is deflected behind for a corner kick, but Leverkusen are purring now. Well, first of all, it was the ball towards Teller, who had the confidence to take it first time. And then Florian Wirtz on the rebound could only find the backside of Eric Dyer. And suddenly Leverkusen have come to life. And they really, I think, get the sense that they can put Bayern Munich to the sword here after the champions started the game really well. Here's a corner kick for Leverkusen towards the back post, to the header is tipped over the crossbar by Neuer. And it was Jonathan Tah who rose high at the back post to get a very clean surface on it. And in truth, it's fairly comfortable, I think, for Manuel Neuer. So, another corner kick for Leverkusen. And this time it will be Grimaldo to take it from the opposing flank. And Grimaldo has gone across to take the set piece for Leverkusen. He'll take it left-footed. Fires it into a pretty decent area, but in the end, Bayern have bodies back there, and Leverkusen are trying to keep it alive, but it just hasn't quite happened on that left-hand side for them as yet. And they retain the ball very nicely in Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka goes to his left-hand side. Granit Xhaka, I think, wanted it back, and could be another chance now for Leverkusen. Flag stays down. Ball is fed into the penalty area, looking towards Florian Wirtz, but now the flag is up for offside. And you just get the impression that Bayern Munich need to settle a little bit here. Just need to take a deep breath and settle into the game, because just getting outdone really by Leverkusen in the centre of the park in terms of intensity and pace and awareness. Bayern Munich have the ball on the right hand side, and see a statistic in front of us of 5 shots Leverkusen have had, 4 on target. Bayern Munich have had 1 and wasn't on target, so Leverkusen, very good value for the lead. And Kim has got some defending to do here, right by his own corner flag. Goes back to Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer scoops it up towards halfway. And Leverkusen are in possession, and Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz tried to just slip it through the gap, didn't quite come off. And Leverkusen have won the ball back, and they can't believe it because the free kick has been awarded for Bayern. And Leverkusen disagree, I think it's fair to say, with that decision. And it is, with 25 minutes played in this absolutely massive Bundesliga clash. Leverkusen 1, Bayern Munich 0. And the goal scored by Stanisic. And it is Xabi Alonso's men who leads in the game in what would be a result, of course, with an awful long way to go, but a result that would see them establish a 5-point gap at the top of the table. Xabi Alonso trying to orchestrate one or two things from the touchline, actual fact. And here is Upamecano. Upamecano feeding the ball inside, and Upamecano to Dyer. Dyer goes into midfield and tries to find Leroy Sané. This is a little bit better now from Bayern. And Bayern on the right hand side with a chance to fit the ball into the penalty area. That was straight down the line of Hradecki's sights. And a pretty comfortable save. And first shot on target in the game on 26 minutes though. And Leverkusen bring it away, and Florian Wirtz with the touch, and all of a sudden a chance now for Teller to run perhaps, and he gets challenged. And is that a free kick? The throwing goes in fact in Bayern Munich's favour, and Bayern and Eric Dyer will bring it out from the back, and Eric Dyer strolls forward towards the centre circle. He wants a bit more movement in front of him, feeds Goretzka. Goretzka zips it out towards Upamecano. Upamecano 2 yards in from the touchline, the right hand side. Bayern very, very comfortable in possession, but they trail by a goal to nil and just haven't been good enough really in the final third to cause Leverkusen any kind of real problems. Here is Upamecano. Upamecano crosses halfway and starts to go through the gears. Upamecano's approaching the penalty area. Still Upamecano. Feeds it inside now towards Leroy Sané. Sané with a little touch back, but it didn't quite come off, and Leverkusen will bring the ball away. And the free kick does indeed go for Bayer Leverkusen in their left back slot. And Harry Kane is having a word or two with the referee. Didn't feel as though that was a foul. And there will be a free kick which will be taken by Hradecki, as Thomas Tuchel just cuts a rather nervous figure on the touchline. Hradecki fires it up towards Adli, but came off the heads of the Leverkusen striker, and it will be a throw-in for Bayern Munich. And Eric Dyer has it just outside his own penalty area. A little sand wedge in towards Leroy Sané. Leverkusen might pick up the pieces here, but Bayern with bodies back there, and Leverkusen do win it back, and it's Florian Wirtz who does so supremely well. And here is Tapsoba, and it's over the head of Stanisic, the goal scorer. Xabi Alonso will gather, gives the ball to Boe, and Bayern Munich have the ball at the back, and will bring the ball out from the back through Pavlovic. Now Upamecano. Now he likes to drive forwards. Upamecano tried to flick it forwards down the line towards Mazraoui. Didn't quite come off, but his side have won a throw. And Leverkusen are pretty compact defensively. Difficult to break down. And Bayern working the ball out from the back, and Upamecano fizzes it in towards Pavlovic. Everything's to his left-hand side, and Kim gathers, and Kim from the left-hand side finds Pavlovic once more. He just wedges the ball out towards Upamecano, but beyond Upamecano, and out for a Leverkusen throw. And with half an hour on the clock, apart from the first 5 minutes where Leverkusen couldn't really settle, Xabi Alonso will be absolutely delighted at how his side have played in the game. They've played with confidence, they've been bold, they've retained possession really well, and they have the ball at the back and inside their own penalty area now, do Leverkusen. And now on the left-hand side with Grimaldo in towards Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz tried to evade the challenges, couldn't do so, but the ball is back now with Leverkusen, and all of a sudden Teller has possession. Teller goes back inside towards Tapsoba, and Tapsoba to Tar, and it's all Leverkusen with 31 minutes very nearly on the clock. Leverkusen are trying to find that passage through, can't quite do so though, and Manuel Neuer has the ball at the back. Manuel Neuer goes to his left hand side, and Bouet tries to outfox his man, but it's going to come back now to Teller, who I think was returning from an offside position, and as such it will be a, well, in fact it came off the arm of Bouet, and that is why a free kick has been awarded for Xabi Alonso watches on. Free kick now for Leverkusen, and the free kick is on the right hand side. Two players in the Bayern Munich wall. Leverkusen will take it, and it will be Wirtz to swing it into a pretty good area. Dyer got there, and the free kick has actually gone against Leverkusen. I think there might have been too much contact in the heart of things from Teller, and Bayern will bring the ball out through Kim. Kim is inside his own penalty area and flicks it out towards Bouet. And Bouet zipping it back, and Xabi Alonso watches on the touchline. It is Leverkusen 1, Bayern Munich 0. Leverkusen leading in this big Bundesliga title clash, and you'd have to say that Bayern Munich just haven't got started in the game so far. So Leverkusen will be absolutely delighted at how things have unfolded, and it is an injury now for a Leverkusen player, and well, there's considerable concern here actually, and Thomas Tuchel is just using this opportunity as a chance to absolutely hammer one or two of his players. He's embarked in a dialogue with them. And so it remains Leverkusen 1, Bayern Munich 0. Just seeing the goal again on our monitors for Leverkusen, and what a moment for Stanisic. What a moment for Leverkusen, and you do wonder how big will that goal be come the end of the season. But they've got a situation to deal with here, because Granit Xhaka is hobbling, and he's hobbling off the field of play. Doesn't look great for Leverkusen. Is Xabi Alonso going to be forced to do a change here? Perhaps Granit Xhaka can manage to shake this off, because it looks as though he's just stretching out that left leg. Just going to give himself the best opportunity he can to get back on the field of play. And he is back now. Is Granit Xhaka, been such an important player for this Leverkusen side. Absolutely would not want to miss him, would they? On the right hand side, Stanisic will take the throw. Stanisic fizzed in towards Florian Wirtz, and Boe just pokes the ball inside, and all of a sudden the ball's going to break now for Florian Wirtz, and Florian Wirtz trying to make things happen, and Leverkusen so impressive in tight spaces, and that is going to be a yellow card, the first yellow card of the game, and I think it's a justifiable one as well, because the challenge was a pretty robust one from Boe. Just went in with that right foot on top of the left boot of Andrich, and Boe gets yellow carded for Bayern Munich. Leverkusen now with a free kick in a very good position on the right hand side. There are plenty of bodies forward inside the penalty area as well, and the free kick is swept into a really inviting area. Bayern did pretty well on the rebound. It comes in, not properly cleared, still by Bayern, and in the end Manuel Neuer gathers, and Manuel Neuer instantaneously feeding the ball out to Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané trying to find a way through. Still Leroy Sané. He's got Boe in support on this left hand side. Leroy Sané. And it's going to be a throw in now for Bayern Munich on the left hand side. Kim now gathers, the former Napoli man. The title, of course, in Naples last year. What can Bayern Munich produce here? What can they show? What can they demonstrate? We saw them become champions for 11 straight seasons last May. Here is Goretzka. Goretzka's looking at what's in front of him. Goes back inside towards Kim. And Upamecano now has the ball on the right hand side. Upamecano feeds it in to Mazraoui, and Upamecano's back in possession. Upamecano once again regathers. Upamecano finds Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer back to Manuel Neuer. And Manuel Neuer to Kim, and Kim's clearance is a little bit rushed, and all of a sudden Leverkusen perhaps can sense another opportunity here. So here is Upamecano for Bayern Munich, and Harry Kane's making the run through the centre, and Leverkusen have won the ball back. Chance now for Leverkusen on their left hand side, but just got a little scrappy, you feel, the game in the last 10 minutes or so, which Xabi Alonso won't mind at all, you know. Happy to see his side controlling the game in this manner. They have the ball on the left hand side, and Jonathan Tah now in possession, goes to his right hand side and finds the goal scorer. And now Granit Xhaka, who's shaken off that injury, just asking one or two teammates to come forward on the left hand side. There are bodies forward now for Leverkusen, and they got men inside the area as well. Chance for Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen now with Florian Wirtz. What can he conjure? The little magician. Wirtz decides to cut back on himself and reprocess the ball, and Leverkusen in a phase of keep ball now, and they go back to Tapsoba, and Stanisic with the touch, and Leverkusen will come again. Florian Wirtz with the touch. Now Tah, and Leverkusen just retaining possession. Xabi Alonso will be very keen to get in at half-time. 1 goal to the goods. Tah in possession. Held backwards now, and Sober just heads the ball to his goalkeeper, and Radecki gathers with his hands. Forward come Leverkusen again. Really easy football in the eye, isn't it? It's Stanisic now feeding it forward towards Teller. Teller twisting and turning. Goes to his left-hand side, and all of a sudden Leverkusen coming forward once more, and Granit Xhaka lays it off, and it could be an effort from range, but eventually it's clean over the crossbar, and I don't think Manuel Neuer was ever truly concerned. And I think for this Leverkusen side, they will be very aware that this Bayern side are a wounded animal, and there's a real possibility here to win this game and take that 5-point advantage at the top of the Bundesliga table, because there is a composure and a confidence about Leverkusen. It really is a sight to behold. So it is Leverkusen 1, Bayern Munich the champions 0, and Bayern have offered absolutely nothing, you'd say, going forwards. Harry Kane very quiet, Leroy Sané very quiet, Jamal Musiala very quiet. Of course, there's plenty of options on the benches, and you feel as though we're going to see the likes of Gnabry, potentially, and others. But in terms of the substitutes, I mean, Choupo-Moting would be an obvious one. Thomas Müller is reliable, of course, a choice as well that I may well turn to down the line. And here come Leverkusen once again, and here's a really good chance now for Adli. And in the end, I think Upamecano just about did enough, and Manuel Neuer just managed to gather the ball. So Leverkusen really look more likely to score a second goal than Bayern Munich to equalise in the game. That was just Adli taking a little bit too long over it, and Upamecano with a vital touch. It is a free kick which Goretzka will take. Goretzka goes to his right-hand side, and Upamecano was trying to gather possession. All of a sudden could be a chance now inside the penalty area for Sané, but he just didn't quite catch hold of it, and he wants a corner kick for his troubles. Just Leroy Sané just gives the thumbs up for the ball over the top on the right-hand side, because it was a clever one. It was a really nicely weighted run by Sané, and the ball just wouldn't quite sit adequately for him, and Jonathan Tah came across to alleviate the danger. Chance now for Radecki to launch the ball long. And he does just that. He was looking for Adli. Is that going to be a free kick for Bayern Munich? Yes, it is. Florian Wirtz just trying to interrupt one or two things, and Harry Kane asking the question. Couple of minutes to play before half-time. Musiala wasn't happy with some of the physical contact that was around him. Launch ball to the left-hand side, and Boe will win the throw for Bayern. And they really have completely lacked creativity in this opening 45 minutes of the game. And here's Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer goes to the right-hand side, and Upamecano. I think really, if you look at the Bayern side and you think about how they won it last year, perhaps the writing was on the wall that the chance of being able to do it for a 12th consecutive season was too much of a stretch, really. Leverkusen, though, with an opportunity now on the left-hand side as we approach half-time, and Florian Wirtz might go alone. Florian Wirtz inside the area, angles acute, finds a bit of support now. Leverkusen still in possession and making things happen. And Florian Wirtz with a touch inside. It's all so clever and so tidy from Leverkusen. And it's going to be a couple of added minutes at the end of the opening 45. Florian Wirtz. And Granit Xhaka just puts the ball out of play. And I think Thomas Tuchel is going to have an awful lot to say at half-time. I mentioned Choupo-Moting as the option. And I think as well Thomas Müller will be there and he'll be asking the questions, and you could even make a case for one or two others as well. I don't think for Xabi Alonso to do too much with his side. He'll just be delighted at how they played. In fact, he'll feel as though perhaps he could have snuck a second goal in the game. So we played 40 seconds of the allocated 2 minutes at the end of the opening 45. Florian Wirtz applying a little bit of pressure, but Upamecano goes back to Manuel Neuer. And forward here is Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer passes the ball into midfield. That's a lovely turn by Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané bursting into midfield. Leroy Sané with the little touch to his left-hand side, which didn't quite come off. Leverkusen want a free kick. They're going to get a free kick as well. Upamecano's not happy about that. And it will be an opportunity for Leverkusen just to run the clock down. And haven't they played well in this opening 45 minutes of football? It has been absolute classic Xabi Alonso. Really impressive in terms of the control they've had, control over the game. And Leverkusen trying to create a chance towards the end of the first half as well. We've nearly played the allocated 2 minutes. It is Taylor who was trying to make things happen. There will still be time to take the throw in for Leverkusen on the left-hand side. Well, in fact, the whistle goes for half-time. And it is Leverkusen 1, Bayern Munich 0. Bayern Munich seeking a 12th straight title, but it is Leverkusen who are very, very good value for their lead. And the now Stanisic with the goal, and Leverkusen lead at the interval by a goal to nil in this crucial Bundesliga clash. Is Bayer Leverkusen 1, Bayern Munich 0, and as it stands, Leverkusen will be going 5 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga table. And my goodness, for a side and a football club that have never won the Bundesliga, that have gone their 120-year history without ever winning the biggest domestic prize in German club football, they would be mighty close indeed. But Bayern Munich are 11-time consecutive champions for a reason. They just never quit. They find a way to dig out results, and they find a way to dig out titles. So start of the second half then. It is Leverkusen who will get us up and underway. And if truth be told, Bayern Munich were awful in that opening 45 minutes. They'll be bitterly disappointed at how they played. Thomas Tuchel no doubt would have given his side a real earful as Manuel Neuer wedges the ball out from the back for Bayern Munich, and Leverkusen are straight into the challenge. It is Upamecano for Bayern Munich, and Upamecano's ball is pretty sloppy, and Bayern Munich will try and prevent that one going out for a corner kick. Leroy Sané, Bayern doing really well in fact, but Leverkusen trying to bite back into the challenges. Is that a free kick? Referee says it is. Free kick goes in Bayern's favour on the left hand side, just outside the penalty area. And so, a free kick for Bayern Munich, just outside their own penalty area. Eric Dyer will gather. Eric Dyer feeds it in towards Goretzka. Goretzka to Upamecano. Upamecano just a couple of yards away from Xabi Alonso, who's prowling the edge of his own technical area. And here comes Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané loses out to Florian Wirtz. And Florian Wirtz just glides inside the centre circle. He's all by himself, is Florian Wirtz, but manages to retain the ball for Leverkusen. And here come Bayer Leverkusen, and there could have been an opportunity there, but it's well dealt with at the back by Mazraoui. And Bayern Munich will try and bring the ball out on their left-hand side, and it's scanned by Bowie. Bowie in towards Goretzka, and Goretzka and Pavlovic are popping the ball around fairly intelligently between the pair. And here is an opportunity for Bayern, just shy of halfway, to move the ball forwards. And Pavlovic once again, I really don't think it'll be too long before Thomas Tuchel decides to ring the changes, decides to look at Choupo-Moting and others, Thomas Müller perhaps as well. And those are the options that Thomas Tuchel has. But what about this Xabi Alonso side? I mean, they really are something special. What he's constructed here, just the quality they've got, but the togetherness as well. Touch from Harry Kane, he's been very quiet in the game so far. Mazraoui wants it back, gets it back. Mazraoui tries to slide it through to Harry Kane, couldn't do so. Florian Wirtz goes down in a heap. No free kick, says the referee. And here is Bowie. And they're working the ball intelligently now, are Bayern. Giving the ball away though to Florian Wirtz, who wants it back and gets it back. And Florian Wirtz tried to feed it. His man, he might get it back now. Florian Wirtz just crossed the halfway line, and Florian Wirtz just not quite on the same wavelength. There's one or two in front of him. Teller and Adli couldn't quite find something as Harry Kane loops it up towards Bowie. Bowie near the corner flag. Bowie, what can he conjure? Finds Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané's touch inside is a really intelligent one. Harry Kane wants it. Instead goes towards Mazraoui. Mazraoui to Leroy Sané. What can Sané do? Trying to find a way through, but the goalkeeper Radecki will gather. And Leverkusen will be pretty pleased that they can try and see this one out now. Radecki has the ball. 3 minutes into the second half. Harry Kane is just looking at the referee, asking a question of how long the Leverkusen goalkeeper was going to be holding it. Forward now for Leverkusen, and Upamecano is there, but there's an opportunity now for Leverkusen on the left-hand side with Grimaldo. Grimaldo pouring forwards. Grimaldo's 35 yards from goal. He wants it back as well. Grimaldo's inside the penalty area. Grimaldo! Wonderful finish, and Leverkusen double their advantage. And they are in cruise control now. It's the biggest game of the Bundesliga season, and we may have a bit to go, but Bayer Leverkusen can smell the title. They lead Bayern Munich by 2-0. And Grimaldo with a beautiful goal, an exquisite individual finish at the end of a superb collective team move. And Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen, 2-goods. Well, it's so nicely done by Leverkusen on the left-hand side. It was Grimaldo pouring forwards on that left-hand side, and he just fed it in towards Teller. And Teller just beautifully back into Grimaldo's path, and he rifled it into the back of the net. And Bayer Leverkusen are purring. Manuel Neuer could do nothing about it. And I wonder, is this the season? Is this the season? Oh, for so many years, for so much of their history, they were known as the side that could never quite get over the line. But I wonder, this year, is Xabi Alonso going to do something special? 31 games this would be, bar 3 Bayern Munich goals now. Here is Grimaldo, flicks it inside. Leverkusen couldn't quite gather, but Xabi Alonso with the ripple of applause on the touchline. Just encourage his side, I think. Leverkusen got some defending to do here as Bayern come forward through Mazraoui. Mazraoui gets it back. Mazraoui does feed the ball into the penalty area, into a good area as well. And Boye was steaming in. He wanted a corner kick. I don't think he's going to get one though. Xabi Alonso just making sure, just talking to one or two and just saying this one's got to go long. Interesting that from Xabi Alonso, because he raced out to the edge of his technical area, and I think he could just sense that Leverkusen need to consolidate this for a few minutes, and he just said to his goalkeeper, you've got to go a little bit longer this time out. And Leverkusen working out from the back up towards halfway, and they have the ball on the right hand side. They've got a free kick, yes they do, by Leverkusen with a opportunity to take some time over this one. And they switch the play as well, looking for a little bit of space on that left hand side, and they got it now with Jonathan Tah. Tah to Tabsoba. Tabsoba inside, and it's flicked forward now towards halfway, and could be something to chase now for Adli. And Adli does win the throw, and his team will thank him for that. It's just an opportunity to get a bit more breathing space as Leverkusen seek a third goal. And they have the ball on the left hand side, and now here is Taylor, who fizzes the ball across the face. There was no one in there really attacking it, and he just makes that point. Well, how long now before Thomas Tuchel is going to make changes? Because this has been a very, very ineffective performance from Bayern tonight. A very, very disappointing performance from Bayern tonight. And so, as Bayern have the ball, Leverkusen though, the press is so high as Manuel Neuer just feeds it away to Upamecano, and Upamecano now striding up towards halfway, and Upamecano just touches it inside, and here come Leverkusen once again. And Leverkusen have got options left and right, and Grimaldo now on the left hand side. Grimaldo's cutback's a good one, and Florian Wirtz was in there, and eventually Manuel Neuer very gratefully gathers, but really, Bayern Munich need to be careful, because a third goal really does kill things, I feel. And Boe gathers. And Bayern needs a couple of goals. They can somehow find a way to get a couple of goals. It would feel like a victory, as Harry Kane is there lurking, and Tapsoba with the clearance behind for a corner kick, which Harry Kane was just geeing up the travelling pocket of Bayern Munich fans. 54 minutes played, Leverkusen leading by 2-0. A chance though for Leroy Sané to get good delivery into the penalty area. Leroy Sané, left-footed, swings it in to the box, but Leverkusen smash it away. And here come the changes. It was never going to take long, was it, for Thomas Tuchel and Bayern Munich? And it looks as though Thomas Müller is going to come on as Harry Kane has the ball. Harry Kane feeds it into the penalty area, and goalkeeper Radecki does gather. And Joshua Kimmich is another player who's going to come on. See Choupo-Moting in the mass of bodies. But we will wait to see exactly what Thomas Tuchel does here. It looks certainly as though Joshua Kimmich is coming on, perhaps to Thomas Müller. So, Eric Dyer has the ball inside the centre circle. And feeds it to his left-hand side, and Musiala. Jamal Musiala gliding inside. Musiala tried to find Harry Kane, but Leverkusen just have too many back there. Behind there will come again. Here is Musiala. Musiala's 35 yards from goal to Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané. Mazraoui. Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané to Upamecano. Leroy Sané from range. Does he fancy it? Musiala was there, and the goalkeeper Radecki takes custody over the ball. And so the ball is rolled out to the right hand side, and Tapsoba. It's neat and tidy, this from Leverkusen, and they have options inside too, one of which is Adli. So they've just slowed the pace of the attack now, and Jonathan Tah has the ball inside the centre circle for Leverkusen. Touched out to the right hand side, and Xabi Alonso's men just playing the little game of five-a-side. Is so neat and tidy, it really is. And Florian Wirtz, what can he conjure? Florian Wirtz inside the centre circle. Jonathan Tah now pouring forward. Jonathan Tah finds Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz gliding inside, and gathered now by Jonathan Tah. Tah tried to zip it in towards Florian Wirtz, but didn't quite come off, and Xabi Alonso watching on from the touchline. Well, Bayern have surely got to make these changes now, because they're getting played off the park by Leverkusen, and they can feel their title slipping away. Here is Kim. Kim finds Dyer. Back three perhaps of Bayern Munich tonight that just hasn't worked at all. Here is Kim. Kim is looking to see what's in front of him. There's not much movement in front of him. Here's Musiala. Musiala inside, and now collected by Dyer. Dyer zips it out to Upamecano. Have the ball inside their own half, and Xabi Alonso orchestrating like a conductor on the touchline, and Leverkusen are retaining the ball just on halfway, wedged to the right hand side now, and Granit Xhaka was involved, and now Florian Wirtz will gather, and now here could be a chance on the right hand side, but Teller with the effort on goal, and Manuel Neuer makes the save. But really, when Leverkusen come forward, because Bayern Munich obviously have got to take chances, Xabi Alonso's men look like they're going to score every time. Wasn't anything really Manuel Neuer could have done about the goals. that he conceded today. And the ball is launched forward by Manuel Neuer, but the substitutions are going to happen now. And it is going to be Pavlovic, I think, to come off, and it's going to be Thomas Müller and Kimmich to come on. And, well, Mazraoui as well is the player to come off. So Pavlovic and Mazraoui. Meccano is off for Kimmich. It's going to be very interesting actually to see how this one pans out. Upamecano and Pavlovic are the two players to come off. Mazraoui's going to shift in here. There's certainly a tactical reshuffle. We'll wait to see how this one pans out, because there's a number of ways this could go really, with Thomas Müller and Kimmich, the two players who are coming on, and understandably so really. I wonder if the idea is to get someone a little bit closer to Harry Kane. As Müller was screaming for it. Here is Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer to Kim. Kim goes to his left-hand side, and Bowie streaming forwards on the left-hand side and finds Musiala. Musiala trying to find space for a strike on goal. Now Thomas Müller. Thomas Müller for Bayern Munich. So often Bayern's hero. Floats it in, good area, but Leverkusen managed to clear. And the ball is back now with Eric Dyer. Dyer to Mazraoui. Mazraoui now will find Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané on the right-hand side, glides into that pretty special left foot. Leroy Sané trying to find a way through. Thomas Müller is offside. And Leverkusen will bring the ball out from the back. Launched up towards halfway. It might just be a bit of a tap. This is counter-attack really in the final half hour of this game. There's no doubt that Bayern Munich need something special, and they need it pretty immediately too. And this Leverkusen side really do look like they can pick them off on the break. Yellow card shown for Goretzka, second Bayern player to go into the referee's notebook after Bowie in the first half. And second yellow of the season. So free kick for Leverkusen in their own half, and Leverkusen just moving it around now. Tidily as well. It's just such a pace and an urgency about the way they play as Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz flicking it inside. Florian Wirtz wants it back. He's going to get it back as well. Florian Wirtz went down in a heat. No free kicks to the referee. And Leverkusen just trying to find a way through. That's going to be a Leverkusen corner kick. And oh, the home fans are enjoying this. I mean, the home fans are really enjoying this. And why wouldn't you? Two-0 Leverkusen lead. Corner kick on the left-hand side. Floated in off the woodwork. Jonathan Tah picks up the pieces. Well, that would have been something special, wouldn't it? A goal direct from a corner. And Manuel Neuer from Tah's cross does gather. Well, Grimaldo, I think, was going for it. Left-footed, he struck the frame of the goal. I mean, had that gone in, it really would have been very embarrassing indeed for Manuel Neuer and Bayern Munich. And it's going to be a yellow card now, I think, and a free kick for Bayern Munich. Sober goes into the referee's notebook. Tab Sober has given away the free kick then. A free kick for Bayern, and surely something's got to happen. It's got to happen now. Joshua Kimmich is going to take the free kick, right-footed. Kimmich gives the signal. Kimmich loops it up towards the back post, but beyond everyone. It's a really poor free kick in the end, you'd have to say. Radecki bowls it out, and Leverkusen can now come away with the ball, and here could be an opportunity for Leverkusen inside the penalty area. Teller, the angle's tight, and did Neuer get a touch in it? I think he did. It's going to be a corner kick for Leverkusen. It's a really good save in the end from the goalkeeper, and that could have been a chance for number 3, and you feel as though Leverkusen are going to get more chances like this as well, because, well, there is going to be a substitution here now. And Teller is going to be the player to come off. It's Teller who set up Grimaldo for the second Leverkusen goal. And he's a good player, Teller, no doubt about that. So he is going to come off. And Frimpong is the player to replace him. And Teller just shares an embrace with his boss, Xabi Alonso. It could be a chance there for Harry Kane. First touch just evaded him, which hasn't been Harry Kane's night. Absolutely feeding off scraps though. Leverkusen now pouring forwards, and I really do feel as though Bayern are going to have to take so many chances. And Leverkusen just swarming into the challenges. And here is Musiala, and now here is Harry Kane. It's Harry Kane for Bayern. Harry Kane tried to find Sané. It's Leroy Sané inside the area. And it's really well done by Tapsoba. And it's going to be a corner kick for Bayern. But that's what Leverkusen are capable of defensively, just throwing bodies in the direction of the ball. They lead by 2-0 in this crucial game. Bayern have a corner kick in front of their travelling pocket of fans. It will be Leroy Sané to take it as the referee just says there's one or two things he doesn't like. So Leroy Sané to take the corner kick, gives the signal, deflected in towards the near post, but it's going to be a goal kick, I think, now for Leverkusen. Or will Bayern want another corner? No, it is going to be a goal kick for Leverkusen. Corner kick was swung in, and Bayern just couldn't make the most of it. It's been rather a feature of what we've seen from Bayern Munich. Dare you say it, they just don't really look like champions. Yes, there's still a chunk of the season to be played, but this Leverkusen team just really look like they are the side who are confident. They are the side who really want this in the title race. Here is Sané. And is that going to be a free kick for Bayern Munich? Yes, it is, midway inside the Leverkusen half. And Bayern Munich want to take it quickly. They want to get on with it. And it is taken quickly. And it's gathered now by Thomas Müller. And Bayern Munich and Kimmich do gather to Thomas Müller. Now to Kimmich, Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich just feeds it inside. Now gathered by Kim. Kim to Dyer. Dyer inside to Boe. Boe finds Thomas Müller. Müller to Boe, but everyone behind the ball for Bayer Leverkusen. Is quite some defensive structure this, some defensive line. Gathered by Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer helping it forward towards Thomas Müller. Thomas Müller in towards Leroy Sané. And it's just about cleared in the end by Leverkusen at the back, and it's actually really well cleared by Stanisic, who scored the opening goal. And Leverkusen now have got a defensive job on, you feel, for the remaining 20 minutes or so. So forward come Bayern Munich. There is still time in the game. There's 22 minutes left to play. There's 22 minutes for Bayern Munich to conjure something. Here is Joshua Kimmich, 25 yards from goal. Just outside the penalty area, finds Harry Kane. Harry Kane switches the play intelligently. Boe on the right-hand side. Ball is back into the penalty area, but Leverkusen smash it clear. It's really been a lack of imagination, hasn't it? A lack of creativity, I think. From this Bayern side into the penalty area it goes. It's a bit of pinball inside the area, and Bayern are going to be so vulnerable, you feel, on the counter as they press to score a couple of goals to get them back in this game. Here's a chance now for Musiala. It is Musiala, smashes the ball into a crowd. It wasn't a dissimilar position to where he scored at the end of last season to win Bayern Munich the title. Here is now Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané flicks the ball inside, and Bayern Munich now absolutely dominating in terms of possession. To the left-hand side they go. Collected by Kimmich, and now Eric Dyer, 40 yards from goal. Eric Dyer considers his options, floats in the cross, and Harry Kane was lurking, and Eric Dyer wins the header. Was that a free kick? Yes, it was. And a free kick for Bayer Leverkusen will enable Mathys Tel to here's the substitution. Goretzka's going to come off for Bayern, and Tel is the player who's going to come on. And Thomas Tuchel is just throwing the kitchen sink at this, and he's got to. 20 minutes left to score a couple of goals. Hoisted forward, hoisted long. And now Tel gets his first touch of the ball on the left-hand side. Here is Tel. Tel cutting inside. Tel's 25 yards out. Now Leroy Sané. Lovely touch to Kimmich. Better touch to Bue. And Bue cutting the ball across the face. Leverkusen though with the clearance. And here is Wirtz just going inside. And is the referee going to allow play to continue here? No, he's not. It's going to be a free kick for Leverkusen just shy of halfway. And they will take that, I think, all day long, because they have really put everything out there. Worked so hard in this one. So, Leverkusen in possession. Flick round the corner towards Wirtz, and that's clever, and Florian Wirtz does gather once again. And Leverkusen just popping it around, and now Wirtz in the pocket, and Leverkusen are purring, playing some lovely football. Florian Wirtz, and gathered now by Tapsoba. Tapsoba floats the ball down the right hand side. Stanisic, who opened the scoring for Leverkusen. Here is gathered now by Wirtz. Wirtz might fancy this. He really thought about it. Wirtz instead goes to his right hand side, and it could be an opportunity for number 3. And it's across the face of goal by Adli. And Leverkusen just played so well in this game. They really have. From back to front, they've been absolutely exceptional. It just shows really the kind of players they got, kind of quality, how well coached they are too. Bayern Munich trying to make things happen. Stranger things have happened in football, of course. Bayern popping up with a couple of late goals. Here is Musiala inside the area now, but Leverkusen and Tapsoba dealing with the danger. Here's Kim. chance now for Sané. Now Leroy Sané does gather. Leverkusen, so impressive to get back in there, and Andrich wins a free kick for his side. That's very clever. That is very clever indeed, in terms of what he can produce and what he can do. Leroy Sané was sloppy at that point, really sloppy. So here's Tapsoba on the right hand side. Granit Xhaka's played really well today. Goes to his right hand side, and Leverkusen, you can sense that they want number 3 on the counter. They really do. You can feel like it's possible here. Here is Tapsoba. Now it's Grimaldo, Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz wins the throw in and wants to take it himself. And Wirtz with the touch inside, Grimaldo. And Grimaldo might pick up the pieces here, but about there to deal with the danger. And Leverkusen are really the pressure now. This would have taken to 31 games unbeaten. Would be the brink of matching Bayern Munich's record in 2019 and 2020 away at Heidenheim in the Bundesliga. After this, they're moving against Mainz away in Cologne, so it's games you wouldn't expect them to lose. Free kick goes in favour of Bayern Munich. And Kim is fouled. He's got the Europa League as German Cup to Leverkusen, so there's an awful lot to play for, there's an awful lot to think about. Lee goes into the referee's notebook, the second yellow card of the season. Well, it is Kim who feeds it now to Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané to Kim. Kim feeds it inside now, but Bayern Munich just devoid of ideas, devoid of inspiration. A long run of success in the Bundesliga is going to come to an end this season because they, frankly, are just a much better football side than they are. That is the reality. Kim to Dyer. Dyer on the right hand side. Dyer's ball in is blocked off by Jonathan Tah. And now Florian Wirtz is tussling for it against the physical presence of Dyer. Eric Dyer will gather. Dyer goes inside. Everyone behind the ball really. Now for Leverkusen. And here is Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich tries to find Dyer. Dyer to Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané to Tell. Tell finds Bowe. Bowe to Dyer. Now Kim. Here comes Harry Kane with the effort. Chance now to fling the ball into the penalty area towards the back. Just about to deal with it. This is going to be a rather tense 12 remaining minutes, because if you get one, you really feel as though there's something to play for out there. Kimmich Boye. Boye now, 35 yards from goal. Boye for Bayern Munich. Boye to Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich to Kim. Kim is faced with everyone in front of him. Forward now for Bayern Munich. What can they conjure in towards Harry Kane and Thomas Müller at the back post? I don't think Bayern will panic after this, because they will know there's still a chunk of the season to be played, but they'll be very, very well aware that their margin for error has absolutely been scribbled in now for the 18 sides in the Bundesliga. 34-game season, 18 games left, lots to play for, but just the quality of this Leverkusen side is really, really a joy to watch. There's going to be substitutions now. I think at the last throw of the dice for Thomas Tuchel. And here is Dyer. Dyer tries to feed it forward towards Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané past Florian Wirtz. Leroy Sané, there are plenty of options, and Leroy Sané goes to his left-hand side, and Bayern through Müller retain possession. Here is Tell. Tell's one inside a corner. So it's going to be a double substitution now for Bayern Munich, and Musiala and Boye are the two players to come off, and Choupo-Moting is going to come on for Bayern, and Guerrero as well. So really it is do or die now for Thomas Tuchel and Bayern Munich. Keep on goal. It does change so quickly. Here's a corner kick for Bayern, which Kimmich will swing into a good area. And the header forward by Tell is harmlessly behind for a goal kick. And now, substitution for Bayer Leverkusen. And it looks as though Adli is going to come off, who gets a round of applause from the fans inside the Bay Arena. They put in a really, really good shift out there today. And Hoffman is the player that will take his place. Take the goal kick, and he'll take his time over this as well, with just 8 minutes of the 90 remaining, and Leverkusen leading by 2 goals to 0. Radecki pushes it up and over halfway. And something perhaps for Leverkusen to chase here as well, as Munich do gather possession. And Leroy Sané is back there. There's just so many players out there individually to like from a Leverkusen perspective, and so few really that you could highlight that have played well for Bayern Munich tonight. Credit to Leverkusen in what they've done. It's Leroy Sané looking to change the narrative somewhat. A couple of options inside the penalty area, one of which is Harry Kane. He just flicked beyond him, and Leverkusen actually ended up going out for a corner kick. Ronaldo might have injured himself in the process there. Shake it off, I think. Ronaldo on the stretch, did he just about prevent him from going out for a corner kick?
For Leverkusen on the left-hand side. When in fact the whistle goes for half-time, and it is Leverkusen 1, Bayern Munich 0. Bayern Munich seeking a 12th straight title, but it is Leverkusen.
Steffen comes back towards Kimmich. Kimmich just gliding inside. He's inside the area now. So Kimmich goes for goal. Pushed away by Radecki, who's moving through a sea of bodies, but well, the goalkeeper under the circumstances.
this really would be such a big result. It's a goal kick in the end, so he will definitely take his time over this one. You can hear the noise around the ground. I mean, you can hear what this means to the Leverkusen fans. They'll know there's still a long way to go in the season. They'll know there's still 13 games left to play, but certainly Signal was given the they had Palmer put away from the corner kick. They will just know they are on the brink of history. If you come from a family of Leverkusen fans, to not won the title in 120-year history is quite something. Here at Bayern Munich on the left-hand side, trying to make things happen. So Kimmich on the edge of the area. Now Leroy Sané gives it away. It's been a great game for Leroy Sané today, has it? It's pace for him, really. Leroy Sané, flanked by two Leverkusen players on the right-hand side. Leroy Sané and Bayern Munich just trying to conjure something late on. It's Leverkusen instead to come away with the ball. It's Florian Wirtz, who's completely by himself on the left-hand side. Xabi Alonso engaged in a bit of dialogue. Touchline. It is Leverkusen who are closing in as Bayern play out the last couple of minutes, and Eric Dyer feeds the ball to Thomas Müller. And Bayern Munich just can't make things happen out there, can they? Eric Dyer just had nothing in front of him. Bayern Munich have the ball now on the right hand side, now towards the edge of the area, promoting with the touch. So often the man who can make things happen. And Bayern come forward again, and it's worked nicely in this occasion. And the penalty area, Promoting was amongst a couple of players in there. This is going to be a very disappointing defeat indeed for Bayern. It's gathered now by Kim. Kim's pass eventually goes out to the left hand side, and it's all Bayern Munich, but it's what they're doing. They're doing very, very little. Leverkusen. So well organised as Leverkusen side. Here is Thomas Müller. Then inside towards Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané trying to burst away through, can't do so. And Leverkusen now perhaps on the counter. And Florian Wirtz has the ball. And Florian Wirtz wanted it back. It's given straight back though to Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich now try and come forward, but Leverkusen win it back. The urgency in the challenges is just so impressive. And Leverkusen coming forwards now, and still by Leverkusen, and it could be a great chance to make it 3 and wrap it up off the post in the end by the substitute. And my goodness, how close was that to making it 3 on the night? And it was Frimpong on the right hand side. His first touch wasn't a bad one, takes the deflection in fact and goes onto the upright before going wide. Leverkusen now potentially with a bit of a problem, because Granishak, who had that injury earlier on, is now down in a heap. In fact, he's got a Maldo. This might be a bit of cramp, you know this. As we approach the 90-minute mark, Granishak is shaking off an ankle injury as well. They've really put their bodies on the line there tonight. Xabi Alonso is involved in 1 or 2 conversations. It's going to be a corner kick for Bayer Leverkusen. Corner kick, which will be taken on this right hand side. It will be taken short. Just already looking at the clock a little bit, and they just keep ball so intelligently, and they got right back towards halfway. That's exactly what Xabi Alonso would want his side to do.
nicely. Here's Frimpong to make it 3. It's Frimpong. Neuer with a wonderful save. That's a couple of times now. The offside flag is up in any case. Frimpong's been denied. It's a tight one. Denied by Neuer. He's been alive whilst it's coming on. There's a couple of substitutions now for Leverkusen. And it's going to be, I think, Grimaldo, one of the 2 players to be replaced. Grimaldo, who scored the second goal, and a lovely second goal it was, and very nearly scored from a corner kick as well. Something special, wouldn't it? Incredible signing he's been, Grimaldo. And it is Grimaldo to come off and just gets the high five as Puerta replaces Grimaldo. And it's coming on for Wirtz. Incredible players, Xabi Alonso's managed to buy and really installed in this squad so intelligently. Bayern Munich now coming forwards, perhaps one last chance, and Harry Kane. Harry Kane's ball is overcooked, and he's been very, very quiet indeed, Harry Kane, tonight. Just hasn't been his evening, has it? Just has not been his evening. And Leverkusen on the edge, right on the edge of picking up a big win, of creating a 5-point cushion at the top of the table. That is what we're talking about, that is the name of the game. Played a minute and 20 seconds in the allocated 5. So the Bayern Munich players are starting to get very frustrated out there. As I say, they know. They will know that on plenty of occasions in the last 11 years they have been trailing at this stage of the season by 5 points. They've managed to find a way. Leverkusen just pick the ball forwards, but Manuel Neuer is very obviously keen to take the goal kick quickly. He does take it quickly to Dyer. Has the ball inside his own half, and it's fair to say now that the unbeaten run is certainly going to continue to 31 games. And really, Bayern, having created so little, I think you can say that they're not going to win tonight, they're not going to draw tonight, they're going to lose tonight at Bayern Munich. And Leverkusen are going to pick up a very big win. A very, very big win. And it will be difficult for Bayern to take, but they will have to dust themselves off, and still in the Champions League, of course. And there's absolutely a case to be made. Them in that competition, given the history of the competition, but in the Bundesliga as well, they will know that the reputation that Leverkusen have will be in the back of their minds. Bayern have just been second best tonight. Absolutely 100% second best, back to front. Defensively, going forwards, their individual battles as well. Just got to give full credit really to Bayer Leverkusen, the way they played. Well, there's a free kick now for Bayern Munich, but I think it matters little. They are to get 2 goals in the next 90 seconds. They've got to score from this. Kimmich to Leroy Sané, tried to feed it into Joshua Kimmich, but it didn't come off. And a corner kick for Bayern. We're in the final 60 seconds here, and the Leverkusen fans are just going to enjoy this. Mama Neuer's come forward for this corner. They're just going to enjoy this. They're going to enjoy the night, because it's carnival in Germany at the moment. So plenty of Mama Neuer came up very nearly got there as well, and that could be a chance for Frimpong. Mama Neuer's out of his goal. It's Frimpong. He's on halfway. Still Frimpong. Can he go for goal here, Frimpong? I think he's got to. He does, and he scores, and it is quite some night for Bayer Leverkusen, wrapped up in sensational style. And Bayer Leverkusen have quite frankly ripped Bayern Munich to pieces. No wonder they all celebrate on the touchline. This has been a masterclass from surely the champions-elect. A 3-0 win on the night, and an absolute statement performance and a statement result for Bayer Leverkusen as Xabi Alonso on the touchline just tries to temper 1 and 2 of the celebrations. But that is ridiculous from Frimpong, because Mama Neuer had come out and Xabi Alonso was trying to pick him up, and Frimpong ran the entire length of the pitch. Thought he might have missed his opportunity. Had the ball inside his own half. Neuer's absolutely nowhere. Frimpong goes on the outside. Bayern Munich players coming back, and Frimpong strikes the ball into the back of an empty net. And that is an astonishing victory for Bayer Leverkusen. And they are 5 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga table. And what a victory. Full-time whistle goes. Bayer Leverkusen with a 5-point gap now to Bayern Munich. They extend their unbeaten run across all competitions to 31. Make absolutely no mistake about it. Xabi Alonso, Bayer Leverkusen are on the brink of the Bundesliga title. 3-0 full-time.